Good Monday morning, everybody. Chris Allen with your weather podcast for this January 30th. Not as much snow as anticipated, too much dry air to overcome. Temperatures were just a little bit too warm here. Now, parts of north central Kentucky up towards Cincinnati and the central bluegrass, eastern Kentucky, yeah, they did pick up some snow, and that's where all the issues are this morning. Here, everything is already pretty much out of the picture. Skies are beginning to clear. We don't have any issues with roads or schools or anything like that. Here at 4:52 a.m. Central Time, with your time check, just to be sure. If anything happens after this, of course, you can check the WBKO app or WBKO.com. But I don't anticipate anything around here. The snowflakes were pretty about mid-morning yesterday and toward midday when the snow showers came through, but they just kind of went away. And parts of eastern Kentucky, central Kentucky, certainly got something out of this. Winter weather advisories that were in effect are now over, and now things are going to settle down for much of the work week ahead. 42 was the official high temperature at the Bowling Green Airport yesterday. That happened around 1:30 on Sunday. 4 degrees shy of the average of 46. 31 was our low. That's 4 degrees warmer than the average of 27. 1 year ago, we had a high of 48 and a low of 28 back in 2016. Just a trace of light snow yesterday officially for Bowling Green. We're still holding at 4.16 for the month, and that's 82 hundredths of an inch above the monthly average. Today, skies will become mostly sunny. It will be breezy and a bit chilly. 43, the expected high, with a southwest wind at 12, but that southwesterly wind will begin to warm us up overnight. Partly cloudy, breezy, 38. So there's not going to be too much of a temperature swing from today's high to tonight's low. That's because on Tuesday we're really going to warm things up to about 55 with a mix of sun and clouds and a continued southwest wind at 12. That will be tomorrow's the last day of January, by the way, on Tuesday. Wednesday, the 1st of February, we begin with a partly sunny to mostly cloudy day with a mild high of 52, but then cooler air returns by Wednesday night into Thursday. Thursday, Groundhog Day, and we'll see a mostly sunny, cooler 43, but that's still only running about 3 degrees shy of the average for this time of the year. 40, even cooler for Friday with a mix of sun and clouds. The weekend is what we're already keeping an eye on as far as active weather. This week, you don't really have to worry about anything at all until we get into the upcoming weekend. The first weekend of February, we do see a chance of, a little bit of everything. Saturday afternoon, we're going to find increasing clouds, and by late afternoon into evening, we could see some light rain with a high of 42, and then that light rain could mix with a little bit of sleet, freezing rain, or then some light snow by Saturday night with a low of 32. Already the precipitation chance is at 60%, even this far away. It's a pretty potent system coming in. And that will carry over into Sunday this weekend with that mix or light snow back to rain as we warm up to 48. Now, couple of things to keep in mind here. We're not looking at a major system at this point. This will be an area of low pressure that moves up out of the Gulf Coast and sends the moisture our direction. Kind of an overrunning situation is what we call it, where some of the warm, moist air overtakes the cold air in place. That can cause a variety of precipitation to fall. It all depends on what the temperature does and the track of the low-pressure system. All of that is still in question. But it does appear that the weekend does look unsettled for this first weekend of February. We could see a little variety of precipitation. At this point, it does look like more rain than snow, or more rain than any other chance of precipitation or mix, because the temperatures will just be too warm for that to be a big deal. But if any of that changes, we're going to keep an eye on it all week long and see what develops as some of the later model runs come in. We get closer to that time period, then we'll have a better handle on what to expect over the weekend. But I can tell you it's going to be unsettled. That's about all I can say about it right now till we get closer to that time period. In the meantime, that's going to do it for this edition of the podcast. God bless you as always, and thank you so much for listening. Know the weather before it knows you. Have a great day. I'll see you live at 5:30 on AM Kentucky, 11 a.m. on midday, streaming live to the WBKO app and WBKO.com. Later today, if you get a chance to join me on my radio show, just tune in to Classic Hit Sam 100.7 between 3 and 7 p.m.